Welcome to the Mom Balance Podcast, hosted by experts who have no idea what they're doing. We're trying to balance being moms, working full-time, and we prioritize our mental, physical, and emotional health. We believe the world deserves you at your best, and more importantly, you deserve you at your best, so come learn with us. Welcome to our mini episode about a topic we're really excited about.
Yep.
Group chats.
Group chats.
Through the pencil for,
A special effect. I love it.
All right, so here's where this started. We were just talking about funny things we could talk about that are like big mom topics. And obviously everybody knows we're in group chats. Mm-hmm. So we started talking to our chat GPT about the unwritten rules of group chats, which have kind of just evolved with our generation. We know them, but to see them written, that was hysterical. Mm-hmm. So I think let's just start talking about the unwritten rules of group chats and then we'll go from there.
Yep, down.
Okay, so the first unwritten rule of the group chat is you never talk about the group chat.
Exactly.
Because you can't let other people in your world know that you have a group chat without them. Yeah. Because the group chat's like pretty sacred.
It is. And how did it become that way?
I don't know, but it's a big deal. It's like private conversation. I think it became that way because, at least for me, so much of my life I am super public with on social media and things. Like the whole world has access. Mm-hmm. So it's like that group chat's even more important because these are my people that I can talk to about things that
below the surface.
Exactly.
So this just popped into my brain and it's so funny. Okay, so you went to a very small school. Mm-hmm. Did you guys have notebooks that you passed back and forth to your friends?
I do remember that.
So this was like a huge deal. It was before we had cell phones, and even then the cell phones definitely didn't have group chat. So we would have like these notebooks. Like I would have like a stack of notebooks, and when your class switched, you would go exchange your notebooks, and then you would write a note to your person, and then you would give them back the notebook. Some of them were just between two people. Some were like with your boyfriend, and some were like within a group.
I don't think we had that intricate of a process.
This is old school group chats.
Wow.
And they were wild and they were sacred. Who relates to the notebook?
I gotta know if other people did this. I feel like I missed out.
I had this one notebook where it was me and these two girls, like I wasn't even that close of friends with them, but we would draw pictures of food. And we would pass that notebook just between classes. I'd be like, oh my God, let me draw my sushi really quick. And then the bell can ring.
My sushi. That's so great.
It's so weird.
What a fun thing.
Yeah, anyway, back.
Okay,
back
so
to it.
Unwritten rules of group chats. First of all, don't talk about the group chat.
Yeah.
This is something that's really funny. The silent scroller in a group chat. So seems like if you get off on the wrong foot with the people in the group chat, some people may not contribute at the level that everybody else does. And that is a big no-no.
Yeah, and it kind of makes you feel like you don't trust them.
If there's a silent scroller, I'm probably starting a side chat with the people who are participating at the level that I want to participate in.
Right.
Now what's interesting is, I don't know about you, I don't think I'm ever a silent scroller, but there's definitely group chats where I don't contribute as much as everybody else does. And like if I were to be removed from those chats, I wouldn't be offended because they're on a different page than I am. Are you ever silent?
Yeah.
Never a silent scroller?
Yeah, I am. So there's a group chat between all... I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. Yeah, you can't talk about it.
You can't.
No, you can't talk about it.
Because I don't want to be in this group chat, but I don't want to tell the world what group chat I don't want to be in.
We did learn that people do actually listen to this podcast.
Yeah.
And we're going to get called out on our stuff.
Yeah.
So we can't specifically talk about these. I don't think we can talk
things. Yeah.
So silent scrollers. One thing that ChatGPT told us that's a good tip is if you are a silent scroller and you know that's you, even just responding with like some emojis or LOLing the other stuff is a good way to participate.
Or like even like a heart react or something. Now that's like the bare minimum, and like you probably aren't going to stay in that group chat for too long if that's all you're doing. But like say you're really, really busy and you can't like full blown reply and you want to come back to it later, at least give it a heart or a haha or something.
Yes. Now, I personally think that it's totally appropriate to ignore it all day because some days I'm busy.
Yeah.
As long as I come back and if they've blown it up and there's 100 messages, I'm going to do the right thing. I am going to catch up. Or I'm going to call my friend who was involved in all of it and get the 30-second summary and then give my response in the chat. That's what I'm going to do.
Because you're not in a group chat with just like anybody. Like these are your close friends, so you don't want to like leave them hanging.
No, because someday I'm going to need that group chat.
Yeah.
I want to show up for them the way they showed up for me. Okay. Our next one, don't ghost. That kind of goes with the silent scroller, but like I don't know if you've experienced this. If somebody's done with a friend group or doesn't want to be around the group chat anymore, I think it's best to excuse yourself nicely.
I think so, but it comes off so aggressive when it says Rebecca Green has left the chat.
Right.
It's like,
it's big energy, but
sometimes you just have to draw that boundary for yourself.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've ever left a group chat. I might have been kicked out of one, and in that case, you don't really know that you've been kicked out.
I have never, sometimes in real estate group chats pop up from like events or whatever. I've left Facebook message groups with people who were like going a different direction, but I guess I've never left a chat, maybe.
I haven't either. I have left a Facebook.
To leave them, but
I think it's okay. I think it's kind of harsh.
What, would you just mute it and then open it every day to clear the messages?
No, like you should leave it if you don't want to be there, but I'm in one I don't want to be in and I should leave it, but I will not.
You're not going to.
Yeah.
That's okay then. It just is weird.
It's just personal preference. Yeah.
You do ghost it though. You're not participating.
I'm not.
Okay. Yeah, you'll have to keep us posted on that. Well, no, because then if you say you leave it, everybody's going to know which one it is.
Yeah.
Find a new topic now.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is a good one. Unwritten rules of the group chat. Do not screenshot.
Do not screenshot the group chat and send it because one, you're going to get caught. Like we are going to find out that this information came from this group chat and now none of us trust the group chat. And you've ruined the group chat.
It is dead, and we know it came from you because you were the silent scroller anyway, not participating. Because if you were participating, we're going to screenshot your shit too. So don't be doing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you ever had anything screenshotted?
Yes. It was in a work one, and it was screenshot and sent out, and I got blamed for being the screenshotter, even though it wasn't me.
Oh my gosh, could you defend yourself?
I mean, I said it wasn't me, but I don't know if anyone believed me.
That's brutal.
Yep.
I've definitely been in some group chats that got screenshotted, and it was like, I knew that came from the group chat because that's the only place that person would have shared the information. That is a huge deal.
It does kind of help you stop and think about what you say before you send it, though. Even though these group chats should be a vulnerable place, no matter what you, like, just being online and, like, having access to the internet these days, you really have to be careful with what you say. Yeah. Like, sometimes I'm like, okay, if I don't want this posted anywhere, just don't say it, Shannon. Just don't say it. Just call that person instead.
Especially, and I mean, this is, like, such a compliment, you're leading a gym of hundreds of women. You probably have to be very on your game.
Your words can be twisted. Things that you said, like, can be misconstrued or misunderstood. You really do have to be careful.
Taken out of context. That's not, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to talk about a new addition to a group message.
Yeah. So an unwritten rule is that if we add someone to the group chat, like that's a big deal. If you get added to a group chat that's already been going on, like welcome to the chat. Thanks for coming. But the unwritten rule is that everybody else in the group chat needs to just be calm, cool, and collected for 48 hours. Reel it in just a little bit while we welcome this new person before we get back to being ratchet.
Yeah, for sure. It's a little welcoming period.
Yes.
Onboarding, orientation.
Yeah. You wouldn't want to just show up to your first day of work and people are like talking about the wart they have on their butt.
Right.
But day 3, butt warts, bring it.
We did have one of the kids had a wart recently that has we bought the little wart Band-Aids. They work so good.
Do they?
Yeah. It was gone in like 3 or 4 days.
Nice.
So that's a good mom tip.
That is a good mom tip because Scout has some warts on her butt, which made me say that.
Yeah, try it.
I think I need to. ChatGPT told me to take her to the doctor.
For the butt warts?
For the butt warts. I think I'm going to call the nurse line.
Yeah, do that. Is there not somebody at the gym that's a pediatrician that you could screen?
Actually, yeah, there is.
Maybe they know.
Yeah, I'm going to ask her.
Yeah.
What do I do about butt warts?
So butt warts, what's the question? Okay, well, now since we talked about adding someone, let's talk about taking someone away. How's it feel? Everybody knows when somebody leaves the group chat.
I think it feels really mean.
It does.
Yeah.
It feels mean. But I don't know if it's meaner for them to leave, this is the other side of it, or to start a group chat without them.
If you kick somebody out of a group chat, they're not alerted. The group chat just continues moving on without that person.
Wait, so if we're in a chat and I remove you from it, you're not alerted.
And that group chat stays on like their feed, but there's just no new messages that come through.
Anybody can remove anybody else at any time. I didn't know that.
Yep. I don't know if anybody can move anybody, but the creator can move anybody.
I'm going to have to check.
Do you have some people you would like to remove from some of your group chats?
How much power I have.
Yeah.
So if I start them, I can remove them.
Yep.
How many people in your world, percentage-wise, would you say have an Android versus an iPhone?
I would say percentage-wise.
I was going to say maybe 15, 20. It's growing. Android users are growing, I think.
You do?
I do, and it's unfortunate.
It is. And I think that Android has taken some steps to make this process better. They have. We can send videos now. I can see when they're typing. I can see when they've read it. I can see when it's been delivered. But that shit is still green, and you fuck up all the group chats.
And the unsend.
Or the edit. Always editing my text messages.
Always. When, let's go 7 years ago or so, my ex-husband bought us both Google Pixel phones. And I had a green bubble for, let's say, 6 months.
Oh, gosh.
Now, the thing about being the green bubble holder, first of all, it worked really well with my Gmail. And that was cool because everything was like synced up in my calendar. It was very, how much I like Apple for my computer, my watch, and my phone. I felt the same way with my business.
Okay.
It was nice. There was a lot of cool features. And group chats from the Android side of it were nice because you can name your group chats. There were lots of handy things for me personally, but I couldn't get over being a pain to other people.
Yeah. And I feel like most Android users are very proud that they're making everybody else be green.
They don't mind.
How selfish.
How selfish of you green users.
Yeah, Abby.
Seriously.
Tucker's mom.
Seriously. Unwritten rules. It is written that thou shalt not have a green bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let me see if there's anything else on here that was funny. Oh, let's talk about what happens if you go MIA in the group chat for like a day and a whole bunch of messages come in. Like, what's the appropriate action to take?
The appropriate action to take is to, 1, catch up when you have some free time. It's scroll time, baby. You're in bed, you hit your pen, you're ready to start scrolling TikTok. But first, catch up on your group chat.
You check your people.
Those are your people. Yeah.
That is
they deserve it. Or secondly, call someone and get the summary. Like if it's too long, which sometimes it is, it's okay to call somebody and get the summary and then reply. Don't just completely ghost the story. That's you saying, I don't care.
You can't ghost it. And like if it's a story that was big and then got resolved and everybody's fine with it, I think there might be a tendency to feel like you're rehashing something that doesn't need. But even to be like, hey, a lot of stuff in here today. Love you guys. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But just give to the chat in the way that it gives to you.
Yeah.
Gosh, somebody quote me. So good.
Give to the chat as the chat gives to you.
Yes.
Yep. Do you have Snapchat group chats?
I never really got back on Snapchat.
Oh, the Snapchat group chats are the best because they're videos.
See? Maybe
I think I've Snapchatted you a few times. And
I don't even respond.
You need to do it. It's good.
Okay.
It's so fun.
What goes though if I do that? I just, being a chicken mom is a big... I have a lot going on.
Did you know I used to have chickens in my backyard before I moved to an HOA?
Oh, congrats.
Congrats.
How was it?
It was awesome.
Yeah.
3 eggs, and they're so fun. They shit all over your yard, which really, really sucks.
Yeah.
But it's so fun. They got eaten by foxes twice.
Gosh, the whole...
You can only have 4.
I love that. I grew up with chickens, like outside free range on the little farm.
They're so fun. They're so cute. They have little personalities, and some like you and some don't. But
yeah, I'm good at running from chickens because they did used to chase us.
The roosters are actually really scary.
They are, with their claws and their talons.
All right.
Well, I have one more thing to add to this group chat, and it's a new feature on Instagram. Okay, so if you're on Instagram and you're sending stuff back and forth, because most group chats do migrate over and you're sharing reels or whatever. There is a new feature that anybody that you have a group chat going with on Instagram, 1 person or 10, doesn't matter. There's a little thing up in the corner that looks like an upside down 8. I don't know how to describe it other than that.
Upside down or
sideways 8.
Oh, infinity symbol.
An infinity symbol. That's the word I was looking for. And it's called a blend feature. So Instagram now lets you blend with your friends. And it's not a full feed, but it's like maybe call it 30 reels that you can go through every day.
But there you are.
Okay, so go to like our message chain on Insta. And then click like you're going to message me. Let's see if it's on here. We have messages, don't we? We don't have the blend feature on ours. Interesting. Maybe you have to chat somebody a certain number of times. Okay, so sometimes up here in the corner, there's a little blend feature, and we could start our own feed just between me and you. And then our feed is different than my personal feed or your personal feed. And it's a mix of videos that I like, videos that you like, and what we talk about in our group chat.
What?
Now, this is the
Let me find one person that I do video chat, or I do this a lot with.
It may be a feature that's not all the way out. I don't know. But this is the craziest part. You don't have it?
And I do it all day long.
You may need to update your phone or something. So the weirdest part is on the blend, because I have one and there's 4 of us in it, and some of the stuff is wild. It will say this video was suggested for Shannon. And if you're in there looking up weird stuff on your personal account, guess what I see?
I actually love it.
It's so good.
Okay, I need to get on there.
Yes, or like we have a friend who's going through some shit right now, and her blend was getting really dark. So we start a side chat and we're like, has anybody checked on you know who? And they're like, nope, let's check in on her today. Sure enough, she wasn't having a good day. So it's like such a cool way to check on your friends.
Technology is wild.
But you better be real sure that those are your real friends because they are going to see everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love it.
So the video I made that was so funny that like started popping off as I was just talking about it. Can you imagine if like we're dating and I share my feed with you and maybe you don't know what I'm actually looking for on Insta? Breakup.
Red flag alert.
Bye.
Out.
Or just no.
Yeah.
Maybe that's some privacy everybody agrees to in your relationship.
Exactly. I need to blend with Matt, see what he's up
You
there.
do.
He looks at sports news and boring stuff. I don't want to blend with him.
Yeah, it could be a really boring group chat.
It would probably be very boring. But also I do want to say, if you're listening and you don't follow me on Instagram, I only need 5 more followers until I hit 1,000. 5 more. I repeat, 5 more.
5 more people.
Yeah.
You can get 5.
Yeah.
How do you... I was going to just post and ask people. Sometimes on my TikTok, I don't know if this works for Insta, I'll see people that are like, 100 more follows till I'm at whatever, and then it has a whole bunch of likes and stuff. So maybe you just need to say it.
Say it, don't spray it.
Say it, baby. All right, anything else on group chats?
I don't think so.
Follow Shannon.
Oh,
love you.
Shannon, love you.
Look, if you hung out with us for the last 30 minutes, then you must be pretty cool, and we definitely want to connect with you too. So share this episode with a friend, leave us a review of your biggest takeaways, and for sure follow us on our personal social media platforms that you can find in the links on the show notes below. Until then, coffee cheers, my friends.